stopped competing. We completely stopped competing. You know, I was very disappointed about it. I don't think it had anything to do with the X's and O's. I think it had to do with you know, they were winning all the loose puck battles. They wanted the puck. They were getting a lot of pucks to our net and winning races to pucks. And obviously we took 3 penalties there. 2 of them real bad stick penalties. And, you know, and they got the momentum of the game.
Why did that happen? 20 minutes away from winning the series, putting them at the
Well, it's hockey, you know. We knew they're not going to go away. I mean, this is hockey. This is playoffs. They're playing for their life. You know, they're playing for their life. Now we're both playing for their life tomorrow night. So it's going to be a terrific game.
When did you feel like it was that you guys started reeling, Nate? Was it after the first goal or more so after the tie?
No, I had the first shift. The very first shift, I saw us sit back on the forecheck. You know, and you know, you're not going to be successful if you sit back. We got passive and we stopped competing. And you know, and if you do that, you're going to let the other team just start coming at you in waves, and that's what they were doing.
What do you tell your team going into tomorrow? Obviously, you know, this is must-win territory. Game 3s, everything's on the line.
Yeah, this is they have a little bit of momentum. I thought they came out harder than we did from the start. You know, it's something that right now we haven't had a loss in a long time. So you know, it might be good to refocus us here, and it might be good to get some desperation back in our game, because we clearly didn't have, you know, the desperation level that I wanted us to have in that third period. I thought our second period was very good. The game got physical, and I thought it really woke us up in the game. But you know, we didn't have that desperation level in the third period. So you know, perhaps a loss can give us that desperation level that's needed to win this series.
It's almost like a goalie who's not tested very much, and all of a sudden has to face a flurry of shots. You guys almost have to recalibrate yourself. The fact that you've had so many wins in a row.
Well, I mean, you know, I mean, I didn't think we played great defensively last night. You know, and that was the whole focus of our meeting this morning. To be honest with you, you know, and I thought we were great defensively the first 2 periods. I really did. But for whatever reason, that third period, we just came out of the locker room and didn't compete. You know, and they were playing for their lives, and they outcompeted us.
Nate, again, there's a couple of chances you guys had. You know, Kelly had a tap in, he misses. George, 4-2, shoots over the net. I mean, does that have to be corrected for tomorrow night to try to get those pucks that you have to get on net?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we did a good enough job of getting pucks to the net. You know, even in the first period, you know, we only had 8 shots, and we had more looks than that. The other thing that I thought is that we were much more disciplined the first night. You know, we take 3 penalties in the third period, and that's gonna haunt you, and it did tonight.
After the second period, did you say anything, or any of the guys said anything about, hey, you know, this is a team that's probably going to be desperate in the third period, and we're going to have to match that?
Yeah, you know, like I said, I'm not sure it wasn't about X's and O's, to be honest with you. You know, it was about compete level.
Especially third period.
I mean, it might have been there at times, but during the most important times, it definitely wasn't there. It's disappointing, obviously.
How do you explain that?
I don't know, you know, but we got to learn from it, and it's got to be our best game of the year tomorrow night.
When you talk about that, what's the mindset of going into this game knowing that team is desperate as can be, and the series all comes down to 1 game?
Well, really, you know, it's disappointing, but we got to wipe it. We got to do, you know, the best just to put it out of our memory, because it comes down to 1 game tomorrow night for the season, and you know, we like our chances if we play our hockey, but we just got to get back to doing that for 60 minutes.
It looked like you guys maybe were flustered in that third period. Colgate was the more calm team. Is that just what? Did you see it that way?
Yeah, maybe. Like you said, the compete level wasn't there. They were winning battles, and I think more than anything, they just kept it simple, and maybe we were trying to do too much. Their goals were just simply getting it to the net and getting guys there as well, and that's how they came back on us.
Is your locker room down right now? Angry right now? Is it sort of even keeled? Where is it? Where are you guys' heads at?
It's pretty down right now. You know, obviously after, you know, when it ends up like that, you're not going to be too happy about it. But we just just got to put it behind us. Tomorrow we'll get positive and we'll get back on the right track.
Can you talk about your goal in the move you made, the backhander?
I got some speed going through the neutral zone. It was a great chip by the D-man. I think it was a 4-guard there. So I had kind of my full speed going into it. Found myself in the slot with it on my backhand kind of, and I just tried to get it to the net and found some open net. Yes.
Which did you like better, the move you made or the backhand?
I don't know.
Looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Coach was saying that maybe this team needed a loss to kind of wake people up and make you guys appreciate the run that you've been on. Do you think that's true? And thoughts on needing a loss to get a win?
Yeah, I think that's a good point. And I think we can, at times this season, we really bounce back good after disappointing performances, and we need it more now than ever. So, yeah, I think we'll fix the problems, we'll watch the tape, and we'll get back on the right track tomorrow night.
Thank you. Have to come back with Sunday night. What happened in that third period?
We got away from our game plan. I thought in the second period we played pretty well and we did what we wanted to do, and we're sticking to our game plan in the third period. We took a couple penalties and Colgate got the momentum and made some good plays on their goals, and I think we were on our heels for the most part that third period.
Nate said it was he noticed right from the first shift of that third period that you guys weren't being aggressive and you just knew right away there was some trouble. Can you explain why the compete level wasn't there in the third period?
I mean, Colgate came out, I think, guns a-blazing in the third period. I mean, there's no excuse for us not to have matched them. I mean, we had 20 minutes to go, but, most of the playoff series in this league and majority of the ones that this senior class has played have gone to 3 games, so it's no surprise. We knew it was going to be tough, and now it's one game tomorrow for all the marbles here.
Where do you think the mindset or the morale will be going into that game? Do you guys feel confident in the ability of this group to backs against the wall, all or nothing kind of game?
Yeah, exactly. It's we have no choice but to bring our A game tomorrow. Just one game, each team facing elimination here. So it's one game for everything here. So I think we're going to leave the rink tonight and move on from what happened here and come back to the rink tomorrow, watch some tape, and do whatever we can to prepare and get ourselves going for tomorrow night.
Brock, as one of the leaders on this team, will you have a message for everybody or something you'll say to everybody between tonight and tomorrow?
Oh, just, we talked about it. You can't get too high after a win, can't get too low after a loss. It's a best of 3. It's not, a one-game series. It's a best of 3. So now it's up to that third and final game. So it's up to us to kind of, leave the rink tonight, regroup, and come back and just get things back on track here.
Good.